Hello everybody. Today we'll discuss about one of the important topic, that is difference between programming language, scripting language, and markup language. Many of the students I found that they have the difficulties in understanding what are the difference between this programming, scripting, and markup language. Now today we will focus on this, and we'll have some examples and what are the programming languages, what are the scripting language, and what are the markup language. So what is a programming language? Programming languages are set of instructions or codes. As we know that a computer runs based on the instructions given to it as an input. Similarly, for giving certain instructions to the computer, we need the help of any programming language. It provides a logic or instruction to the computer to perform certain tasks to get the desired output. We know that whenever we are using a computer, the main motto of the computer is to take some input and give some desired output. And in which form we require the output, that is nothing but your logic. And to provide a logic to the computer, we have to use any kind of programming language where the user or the programmer will decide the logic, and according to that logic the computer will work upon the inputs and give you the desired output. So for this purpose we need certain programming language. Programming languages are high level language. Of course, as a human being or a programmer or a user, we are writing the logic, so it should be human understandable. Hence, any programming language we are using, that are always in high level format. Programming languages need to be converted into machine level language or binary language. Here is the important point. As we know that we are writing the programming language in high level format or human understandable format, hence to input this logic or to get the desired output based on the particular logic, we have to convert, or the high level language or high level programming need to be converted into lower level, that is system level or binary code, which is again understood by the system. So this is the main motto of any programming language, is that it has to be converted into lower level language or machine level language. This conversion is done by the compiler, which scans the complete code in one go and throw errors if any. Means we have to use a system software whose name is compiler for converting the total code into the machine level language or lower level language. Hence, compiler is must in case of a programming language. What are some examples of programming language? Some examples of programming languages are Java, C, C++, etc. Now we will move to the scripting language. What do you mean by a scripting language? Scripting languages are basically the subcategory of the programming language. We can say it is a subset to the main programming language. That means we can use scripting language along with the programs or logic we have written in any of the programming language. Scripting language guides, check, controls another program of any programming language. That means we can use scripting language along with any program in any other language, where we can have some control. We can guide the program execution by writing some script inside a program. A scripting language designed for integrating and communicating with other programming languages. Let's say we have two programs in a separate language. We want to make connectivity between those two programs at the runtime. Then we can add a small script, or we can add a small lines of code inside a main program so that it will behave according to our desire. So for that purpose, we can use the scripting language. A scripting language is designed for integrating and communicating with other programming languages. The instructions are written for a runtime environment. As we are making changes or we are making a control over the main program, hence the scripting or the scripting languages are executed at the runtime. Hence, we are using interpreter for scripting language, so that whenever we will add a small script or whenever we will add a small line in a existing code, then during the runtime that particular script will get executed. So we need an interpreter instead of a compiler for executing a scripting language instead of a compiler. Some of the examples are JavaScript, PHP, Perl, Python, etc. Now, most interesting is your markup language. Many people think that this is also a programming language, but unfortunately, this is not a programming language. Markup languages are markup languages are used to prepare a structure for the data or prepare the look or design of a page. That means whenever we see any kind of page or web page, how it will look like, or how, or what are the things we want to add inside the page. For that purpose, we are using the markup language. The markup languages are used to format a document. Like whenever we are writing any letter, so where to write the to address, where to write the from address, we have to think about that. Similarly, whenever we are arranging certain objects inside a web page, then we are thinking about the markup language. Now, this is the requirement of markup language. They use tags to denote different types of content on the web page. We use tags for writing certain, lines, or certain, markup language lines inside a particular page. That means we are using Notepad. We are using any such kind of editors to write the tags, and in between tags, we have to use certain codes or lines for making any kind of changes whenever they will be displayed on screen through a web browser. They never execute like other program. We never execute any program in written in markup language. Rather, we take the help of any browser to display the content or display the formatted content. So the literal meaning of markup is to structure any content. Whenever we are arranging the content in a page, the meaning is called, or the a term we use is as markup. Some of the examples of markup language are HTML, CSS, XML. XML is called extendable markup language. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. And we can use, these type of markup languages to format any kind of web pages, and to run these we need a web browser. So this is all about, the difference between our programming language, scripting language, and our markup language. Thanks for watching.